Sri Anandamayi Ma ki Jai. Question. Ma, if a person is stung by a scorpion, the one with the scorpion removal mantra can relieve the pain in 15 minutes and completely cure in 3 hours. Another person chants the name of Ram but cannot relieve any pain or do anything. Why is that? Ma, it is not true that chanting Ram Ram cannot relieve pain. Question. Ma, the person with the scorpion removal mantra chants it for 3 hours once a year. But someone who chants Ram's name all year round cannot relieve any pain or do anything. Why is that? Ma, there is one thing. Saints say not to focus on the fruit. Chant the name of Ram without focusing on the outcome. It cannot be that Ram's name doesn't alleviate suffering. Mantras and rituals, tantra, have been placed in between by God. Shiva and Vishnu have different mantras. The mantras of the rishis and sages have true power. The tantric mantras can remove the venom of snakes and scorpions. But the flames of worldly suffering can be calmed by chanting the holy name of God. Just as the venom of a snake can be removed by a mantra, the true poison of the crooked ways of the world can only be neutralized by the name of God. Chanting Ram at the time of death makes one conquer death, Mrityunjay. Keep chanting Ram Ram without looking for results. The truth is, if you desire fruits, then you do not desire nectar. You will receive the results based on the karma you perform. The more you chant Ram's name, the more the fruits are accumulated. Action without results is impossible. Who is God? God is the operator, Yantri. He is running everything. Where did the power to say, I come from? The more you chant Ram Ram, the more your longing for God will increase. The effect of the name will increase your longing for God. God increases this longing which destroys impure desires. Do not abandon the name of Ram. Chanting Ha Ram brings peace and relief. Ha Ram, Aram. Upadesh. There are two ways to chant. One is with a sense of meaning, Arth Bhavana, and the other without concern for the meaning. The concept of Shabd Brahma and Akshar Brahma are eternal and indestructible. Where there is Brahman, there is eternity. It is indestructible. The resonance of the word is like the sound produced by an instrument. When the resonance of the word through Akshar Shabd occurs, it can trigger the opening of knots, Granthi, leading to spiritual awakening. The resonance of the sacred syllable, Pranav, is always happening, and yogis can hear it. The resonance of Bij mantras also occurs. By chanting, the meaning gradually becomes clear. Much like how rubbing sticks together produces fire. Once, an uneducated person heard the Bhagavad being recited. The original verse was Jagat Hitai, for the welfare of the world, but he misunderstood it as Jagat Dhipai. He began chanting Jagat Dhipai with tears in his eyes. Someone noticed this and asked him, "What does Jagat Dhipai mean?" He replied, "God pervades the entire world." He said this with tears flowing from his eyes. Thus, even with incorrect pronunciation, the power of sincere emotion, bhav, can reveal the beneficial meaning of the word. Swamiji, the purification of the inner self, Antahkaran, leads to this. Ma, when the feelings, bhav, are pure, the meaning, earth, becomes clear. This body says that if you can, cry at God's door. Do not stop crying and calling out until the door opens. Whether the body stays or goes does not matter. If you have the strength, break down God's door. As Father said, you should chant with a sense of meaning, Arth Bhavana. Some say there is no need for a sense of meaning. Just chant God's name with faith, Vishwas. With faith, God is attained far beyond reasoning. This body always speaks in strange ways. Just as you have kept ashes, if there is fire, Agni, in them, they will burn upon touch. People die from eating unseen poison. Therefore, whether with faith or without faith, with a sense of meaning or without, chanting God's name will surely bring about welfare. All sins are destroyed by chanting God's name. Some say that God's name has such power to burn sins that a person cannot commit enough sins to match it. The burning power of fire and its spark is the same. A single spark can burn the entire world. Sri Anandamayi Ma ki Jai.